Hello and welcome to my video this morning. I'm Ilse Sabora, your health coach, and I want to talk about why people fail on intermittent fasting. So let's get started. First of all, they don't start. If you don't start, obviously you can't experience it and you won't see any results. The main cause for not starting is usually a mental block more than anything else. The idea of going without food, the fear of going without food, that puts people back from actually taking on intermittent fasting in the first place. You're going to be deprived, you feel that you are not going to get enough food, you're not going to be able to keep going on your energy levels, and this puts you back, this puts you off to actually starting. So if you think of food for survival, you have to eat, otherwise you will starve or you won't survive. You take away the ability to survive. So if you understand that that is just not true, then you could actually maybe get past that mental block. You are not starving yourself. Let me just see here. Maybe realizing that you are switching your fuel source from food to fat, then it could actually penetrate through to you that you're not starving yourself, but you're actually doing something good. So the key thing here is to realize that we are not losing weight to get healthy. We're getting healthy to lose weight. So that's the main thing, and it's so powerful because we all tend to want to lose weight to get healthy, and it's the other way around. It really, really is. The healthier you get, the more weight you lose. The storing of fat is actually a symptom of health going backwards. So if that makes sense to you, then maybe it's easier then to try intermittent fasting. Another reason is people actually simply feel worse on intermittent fasting. The problem here is, yes, we all go through that. Some people worse than others, but again, it's not that something is going wrong or you're being deprived or anything like that. It takes about 3 to 5 days to adapt for the transition to go over to fat burning. It can take 3 to 5 days. In this period of time, you're making other enzymes and you're actually going over to the process, and you're losing vitamins and minerals. This is the water weight that your body just lets go of, that it's been clinging to for so long. So you lose your electrolytes and things like that. So what you can do is simply just put these back. You just put them back in and you'll feel better. But in that 3 to 5 days, you can feel terrible because your body's getting used to it. It's switching over to another fuel source, and you can feel terrible. Most people know that going into it, but some just jump into it and I don't know what to expect. I help my clients through this phase. I give them the tools they need to transition as easy as possible, and they all know that this is coming and what to do about it. So it really is not a case of it's damaging, it's just your body reacting and preparing. So some people don't lose weight on intermittent fasting. This one, again, I would say is the principle behind it is we are getting healthy to lose weight. And in that process of getting healthy, your body is going to heal itself first. Before any weight loss happens, before anything else happens, it's going to try and heal the insulin resistance and the pre-diabetic and diabetes and all that. It's going to try and heal that first. Your blood sugar levels are extremely important, so your body will go for that first. Now after it's done some correcting, then the weight loss will come. So rather focus on the health factors that you might find. Is your energy levels going up? Are your cravings going away? Do you have less hunger? Do you have more cognitive function? If you say yes to any of these, then it's working. the healing has happened and it is actually working. So keep going and stay strong. I've coached a few people already, and I would say about 90% of the time they lose weight very, very quickly. But you have the one here and there that doesn't. And most of the time it's either because of menopause or extreme damage that has been done already. So all it does is you give it time to heal. And in that healing time, you heal more and more and more up to a point, then the weight starts coming off. There are a few things, however, that you can do to push it a little bit further. Cut the carbs when eating so that there's a lot less carbs, a lot less insulin action to help the insulin levels come down quicker, so that your fast has actually got more to work with. Longer fasting periods. You can also, instead of 3 meals a day, you can cut down to 2 meals a day, which automatically gives you a lot more time, fasting time, to do more healing. You can take walks. We are all so stationary these days. We sit around a lot. It's not by choice. So, some of us, that's what the work requires. So if you can, instead of sitting back and taking a breather, get up and walk around the office. Go and take your lunch break or something outside. Stand, walk around. Just get the blood flowing. Being stationary like that actually does, your body settles into nothing. And just by moving around a little bit, and it's not exercise, guys, please don't go and run a mile now just because I said you must walk. Just walk. Just take, maybe even a few of my clients, I've told them to put their cell phones on a hour or half an hour alarm, and every time that alarm goes off, they get up and walk around the house or walk around the office or something. And it really, really helps. It makes such a difference. So walking is one of them. Sleeping is another, and that is rather important. We have got to get quality sleep in. If you find that you are not sleeping well, once you start fasting and you get into the swing of things, then you'll find that you sleep better as well. But if it doesn't happen, then you need to start looking at calming yourself. Again, a good walk after dinner, or an hour or so before you go to sleep. Just get some blood flowing as well. Long relaxing bath, breathing meditation, that helps a lot as well. And of course I help my clients with these pointers as well. I work out for them which foods they would benefit a lot from, as well as other fasting times and so on. So it can get rather complicated, but it really isn't that difficult. Okay, then point number 4 is other people discourage you. This is a biggie, because your friends and your family and all these people that are supposed to be there to support you, they are actually discouraging you. They will tell you that you are starving yourself. They will tell you that you need to eat breakfast. This I hear a lot. My clients that start out, that just started banting or keto or anything like that, is usually a long conversation about breakfast. And where I agree, yes, you have to have breakfast, I disagree with the time that you have breakfast. Have your eggs and bacon and mushroom and tomatoes and stuff like that, but not at 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. Push it further. Push it to later, and then have your breakfast. So the argument is not about not having breakfast. The argument is about when to have that breakfast. When you eat is extremely important. It really, really is. So yeah, anyway, they will tell you also that you need to eat every 3 hours. This is nonsense. We don't have to keep grazing over and over again. Think about hunter-gatherers a couple of 100 years ago. Did they have these foods available to eat every 3 hours? No, they did not. And let's face it, they moved around a whole lot more than we do today. They didn't have all the conveniences and all these shopping malls and the foods just around the corner. So it was availability where they ate and when they're hungry. So why can we not do the same? There's no need to eat that frequently. We really should not be eating that frequently. That is what got us into trouble with insulin in the first place. There's a massive problem with pre-diabetic diabetes and insulin resistance. It is a worldwide problem. It's not just in your own neighborhood. It's a worldwide problem with these three things. And they are extremely dangerous. This is the one thing that you can go and Google and just see what this actually does to you. It is dangerous to be diabetic. It's dangerous to be pre-diabetic and insulin resistant. To have that much insulin in your system is weight gain. So let's look at when you eat is extremely important. If you're doing LCHF and you eat frequently, again you're triggering insulin. So it doesn't help you follow a LCHF, low carb, keto, banting, whatever it may be. It doesn't help you follow those lifestyles, but you're eating frequently. It doesn't help. You're still triggering insulin too many times during the day, which means your body is dealing with the insulin or those blood sugar levels instead of doing healing. Okay, so frequency is nonsense. We don't need to be eating that frequent. LCHF and fasting goes hand in hand. They both heal the insulin part of it. High insulin levels means gaining weight. High insulin levels means that you have got a lot of blood sugar spikes. High insulin levels means that your pancreas is going to shut down one day and say, I don't have any more. So insulin is behind most chronic health issues. So that's the best reason ever to make sure that you don't use as much insulin as you can. So shrink it down as much as you can. I help my clients with all of these things as well, because your insulin levels, look, there are a lot of other reasons as well, yes, but 90%, I would say more like 99% of overweight people or chronic illnesses have got high insulin levels. Now remember from my previous video where I explained that high insulin levels is what you want to test for, not blood glucose levels, because blood glucose levels gets pushed down with your insulin. So you want to know how much insulin you're using to actually find out if you are spiking your blood sugar too much. So that's my take on intermittent fasting, why people fail, and a little bit on how to fix that. So I hope you give it a try. If you need any help, if you need any assistance, inbox me, comment down here, throw some hearts my way, and let's see if we can help you out. My program is starting again on Monday with new people. So if you're interested in that, give me a shout and I will hook you up. Have an amazing day. Mwah. Love you lots. Bye.